It's Laser, the station with the flavor. 1203 here on the station with the attitude. And I got some friends in the studio. I told you I have some fellow thespians, which I haven't seen in a while. Thespians. Look it up. Google it.
Change that word.
Google it. Everybody's like, what did he say? Thespians. If you don't know what it is, Google it.
I knew it.
And they're part of the film, the FAB 4, but I only have 2 of the FAB 4. Where's the other 2 at?
Nobody knows.
Becoming fabulous.
Becoming fabulous. Okay, all right. You can talk, Shama, you know. Shama flirting. What's going on, Shama? Why is Shama acting shy all of a sudden?
Hi, G. What's going on, everybody?
Acting all
No,
shy.
don't do that. Don't
you
play
good?
your hate. I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm
I haven't seen
highly
you in a long
favored,
time.
energetic. You don't look for nobody, G.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are driving.
I'm constantly honking my horn at you like, G. But you don't be texting and driving.
Oh, okay. Me?
Yes.
Not me. I don't text and drive. I keep my hands 10 and 2 and eyes on the road. People always say that, oh, you don't see me when I pass. Because I'm supposed to keep my eyes on the road, not on the other side of the road to see who's
No,
passing.
you can flash. I'm flashing at you before you reach my car.
I look straight. That's why I have my insurance is good, you know? What do you call that when you get, every year you get your,
Deductions.
my deductions.
But it don't go that far. 60% max.
It's better than nothing. Okay. Next up, Rita Gums in the building. What's going on, Rita?
I'm
Or
good.
do I
I'm
say
good.
Principal Gums?
No, this is Rita Gums today.
Rita Gums today. Okay, all right. And I have my boy Peter in the building. What's going on, Peter? You've been quiet for quite a while.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
You were working on some Kuimon do-it-yourself
That's right. That's
for a
right.
while. And
Yes, sir.
I haven't heard from you,
I'm here, man.
and now you're back.
I'm back.
You got a new movie.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about it.
Well, I think. Okay.
We're going to start with you. We're going to start with you first.
Okay. Yeah. So we're
Because you're the director, right?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
all
sir.
right.
So we're coming out with a
Listen,
short.
we don't start with Denzel. We start with Spike Lee first because Spike Lee directed the movie.
Okay.
Then we get to Denzel.
All right.
And the actors, all right?
I can live with that.
Okay. So,
Thanks for having us, G. So we're coming out with a short film, The Fab Four and the Silent Retreat, about these 4 women in their middle age.
We gave him the look.
You got some dust on them. Yeah, continue.
4 women. They're just playing a role. We got young actors, but they're playing the role of these 4 women who are just talking about their lives at this midpoint, and they want to go on this vacation, silent retreat.
So the silent retreat, you have to be silent.
They're not supposed to say anything.
That's an easy role. You guys have no lines to learn.
Yeah, very easy.
No lines to learn. That's good. So this, what gave you the inspiration to do this film? Was something that you wrote?
No. This was written by a Jamaican lady out of Canada by the name of Diane De La Haye.
Okay.
Yeah, so she wrote it, and this particular short film is the run-up to the retreat. So they were all gathering together. So there's a lot of dialogue going on.
Okay.
Where they're talking about going on the retreat. And so that's what this.
Is this like a Waiting to Exhale type movie? Like no.
We're trying for one of us to get our groove back, but we'll leave that a secret.
That's not Shauna's character.
No.
No. That's Rita's character. Okay, life imitating art. Hey. Okay, I guess you cast that one pretty well.
No, he didn't.
He did.
Okay, so who's your character, Rita?
Well, I'm playing the character of Diana. And Diana's character is so far away from who I am. In real life, Rita is a very nice person.
So who's like Diana's? She's like rude.
She's like a Shama.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Always telling you the truth, being upfront. Whether these ladies are all very good friends, and Diana's a character who's going to keep it very real with you.
Okay.
Whether you want to hear it or not, she's going to tell you exactly how things are, how you should look at your life situation, the pros, the cons. Diana keeps it real. So as I said,
she's a single.
She's single. Yes, she's been married before, has a daughter. However, the character herself, she too is going through her own personal challenges, but of course in denial of as such, but can see everyone else's faults and where they should, or what they should or what they should not do.
Instead of her own faults.
Yes. She doesn't want to admit her own, what she's going through. She thinks, plays it off as she's good. All is well with me. I don't need this, I don't need that. But underneath, and I'm wondering in part 2, as Peter said, that all of that might come to light.
Shama, your character?
My character is June.
June?
I think.
Like the month of June?
Yeah, like the month of June. She's pretty nice, but she tends to side a lot with
With Rita's character?
yeah. The two of them
Were they
always
like bosom buddies?
yeah.
So
Because
Yeah.
nice imitating art. Okay.
yeah, so she does have a man and have things going for her. So, but she's spicy. She's still nice. She's a lot. She's far from who I am.
Okay.
I'm more. I think Peter did some research or something.
Okay.
But as she said, he gave her my actual character in
Okay.
real
You want you guys to
life.
play yourselves. You
So-
want you to work
Of
for it.
course.
Yeah, work for
It's
it.
And I
boring to
love
be
that.
yourself.
You know, we love that. We love a
Make the job
challenge.
easy, make a challenge. Absolutely. Now, who are the other Fab Four we're missing? The other two we're missing, Rita.
Oh, so we have Clarice
Glasgow.
Shout out
and
to Clarice.
yes, we know Clarice. Clarice have been on the arts with us for a while also. And also we have Kadisha. Kadisha is a newcomer, but wow, a bundle of talent just waiting to be well, let me say, I think she has set her mark in this short film, and I think we're going to see some great things coming from Kadisha.
Okay. Now, when is the premiere for this, Peter?
March 8th, and that's next Tuesday.
Okay.
That's at 7 o'clock for the VIPs. And then 2 other screenings on March the 11th and 12th.
Okay. So kind of explain this to me. The writer is from Jamaica, and she asked you to. How does this?
So what happened was we're currently working on a mini-series called The Wonderful Counselor. So what I've done is started to outsource the writing in the sense of instead of me trying to write and direct and do all that stuff, I just figured that it's better to let people who are experts in their field. And so we reached out to each other. She wrote an episode for me for our local miniseries here. So as a barter kind of deal,
Okay.
she had a short film that she wanted to get done, which she's pitching in Canada. So I said, well, we can do it here. We've got actors down here, so let's just do that as our sort of exchange.
All right.
So
okay.
that's her film, The Fab Four and the Silent Retreat.
Okay. So now this is a a short movie. How time wise?
Yeah, that movie is 20 minutes. However, we're showing 2 other short films on the night, which is Meltdown with Verse, I call him and Key Verse, and Family, which is starring Renee Violinist.
Okay.
And Shama's in that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, she's in that. So we did that about 2 years ago, and so we're going to show. So it's going to be about an hour worth of screen time on.
Now, once we're done with the Fab Four, you're going to do a feature film with this, or
It sounds like everybody's asking for it. So I spoke to the writer already. So she's looking to do the part now where they're actually on the retreat. So we're looking to. She's going to write that.
Okay.
So hopefully that will be done before the year's out.
All right.
And then we can get
Now,
it.
if anybody wants to attend the premiere, tickets, how do we? He's like, ooh, it's sold out.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the premiere is kind of sold out.
Yeah.
So, but the Friday and Saturday, March 11th and 12th, that's definitely available, and they can get the tickets from Vandor.
From Vandor.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and it's going to be at the movie theater.
Caribbean Cinemas, yes,
Caribbean
sir.
Cinemas.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So can they get tickets at Caribbean Cinemas?
No.
No.
So they have to get that in advance. So I'd
important.
strongly recommend getting that from downstairs. Yeah.
All right, all right. So when was the last time before this? I know, Sean, he just mentioned you did something.
Yeah.
When was the last time you did something on screen? I saw you jump there for woo. Yeah.
Oh no, it's not that long ago.
No?
So the year in 2020 or 2019, I believe, I did something with Joel Ayuk. We did an awareness campaign for domestic violence with Earl Duzong and myself, and Earl beating the life out of me on screen. Yes, you know when Earl gets into character, he gets a little excited. So we did that along with Cassandra Richardson, just as an awareness campaign promoting. You don't have to tolerate the domestic abuse, whether mental or physical. So we did that. Prior to that, I did a film on stage with Louis LaVace. So I have been, over the years I've been doing stuff. I've been raising my 3 wonderful children. Yes, I know Sham will get at me for that. Children. So, but when you get a taste of getting back, whether it's behind a camera on stage, it's like you just want to keep going. So Fab 4 gave me that, and I kept telling Peter, we got to do part 2. We got to extend this, because the community of St. Martin, as you know, they're hungry. They're hungry to see film or a theater, just hungry for it. So for me, anytime I begin a production, it's like I'm craving just to do more. And it's a hard work. Persons think they see the end product. They don't see all that we do prior, you know. And I'm saying, when we look at the production of FAB 4, you know, hats off to Peter and what he produced in the end. Shama was like, Peter, people will be like, let's go, okay, let's go, guys, let's go. We are there trying to fool around and learn our lines at the same time, because age is playing a role here. We're not as quick as we were before.
But we basically filmed that in a day.
One day.
One day?
One day.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, from morning
technically
till...
two, because we did Bellas.
Oh, yes, yes.
Just the smaller part.
Yes.
But the majority of it was like in a day. From
But it's about
early
coming
morning.
to set, being committed, sticking to it. Peter did give us a lunch break, thank God for that. But you know, Peter's a very disciplined person in terms of getting on set, doing what you got to do, reaching your end goal, sticking to time. And for that, I am happy, because as actors, the worst thing is to be on set for hours waiting and nothing is happening. It drains all of your energy. True. So FAB 4, as much as we had our little fun time in between, the 4 ladies in front of the camera, Peter and his assistant behind camera, we worked hard. Worked hard to produce this short film, and it's fabulous. It's fabulous.
So ask you guys real quick, theater or film? Which do you prefer?
For me, theater.
Theater? Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, theater.
I third that. I third that.
You know, and the honest difference for me is, I love film, don't get me wrong, but I think I like the excitement of the interaction with the audience. That gives you this energy and this feeling of appreciation that sometimes film, after you've done it, you don't get to feel what the audience feel when they're watching you. So for me, that's one of my reasons. Theater requires a lot of pre-work in terms of learning your lines, rehearsals. We know sometimes we can rehearse for 2 months. Film, you have the option of editing and cutting. However, it's tedious. Yes, do it again. It is tedious in the sense of the same scene 10 times you're shooting, because depending on how many persons are in the scene with you, the camera angles, you can't show the camera on the film. So you got to angle those cameras in a way where no one is picking up the boom mic or you. So both have their pros and cons, but I guess because I began with theater, it's just a love that I have, live theater.
Yeah, it's the reaction of the crowd, like you said, and
the energy from the crowd. You know, you can better relate. Then you can go backstage, and then you have your bloopers live. You know what I mean? It's like if they don't put any bloopers in the film, then you can just remember when this one did that, and then you know. So the only advantage really for me with film, you have a chance to rehearse your lines, to go over your lines while somebody else is filming. But with theater, you really don't get it right and get it there.
And
You have to
we know
study that beforehand, and then on film you can't come in with somebody's line who forget their line to just change it around. Whereas on stage, nobody's gonna recognize like he forgot his line, because Madame here always remembers everybody's line. You know, just coming with So, but on film you can't. No, that's not a line. That's not your line. You know what I mean? So
and when you get tongue-tied, it's like cut. Take, you know something but so then you have no idea what you said. Your brain is saying it, but your mouth is not cooperating at the time. On film, you have that opportunity to cut and retake. On theater, you got to get it right the first time around.
True. Peter, you've been doing this for a while now, so I know you've got a lot of stuff that you've done in the can. How can people see some of your past stuff? Is there a way you can order it, DVD, online?
Yeah, some of the stuff is on my website, but my thing is I'm a kind of person like when I'm done with a project, I just move on. It's like I don't even waste time. It's just my mind just goes on, you know, the next project, which is not good. So this whole thing with the FAB 4 is kind of interesting, because once we put out the trailer, it kind of just spiraled into this, hey, let's put it on in the cinema, the theater, excuse me. And then
so that wasn't your original plan?
Not really, to be honest. Now it's like next, you know what I mean? So, but that's not a good thing, because like I said, I've got things that are in the archives that has not even really been seen so much. That's why we're putting out Meltdown and Families, just to kind of make it a full night. But going off of what they just said about theater and stuff, because I'm a big fan of theater myself, but theater actors actually make the best movie actors. Always.
Denzel, all the great actors you've watched their history, their resume. They started with theater. You know, that's why I say it's great working with these guys, because they have that theater discipline, and once they cross over to film, they just become great actors. Yeah.
You know.
Once again, it's called the FAB 4. When can they win? When's I know the premiere on March 8th is sold out already. So what are the other 2 dates?
March 11th and 12th. That's Friday and Saturday.
Okay, 11th and 12th.
Yes,
and
sir.
Showtime.
And the time.
7 o'clock on 8th,
Tuesday.
and then 7:30 on the Friday and Saturday, the 11th and 12th.
Okay, so all right. So make sure you get your tickets in advance at Van Dorp, not at the movie theater, at the Caribbean Cinema. So make sure right
And
downstairs.
not from the
Van Dorp.
actors.
Oh yeah, remember those days? Get your tickets from the actors.
And you know, we
Remember
actually,
those days?
the community is so supposed like, Rita, when can I get a ticket? I'm like, at Van Dorp. What do you mean at Van Dorp? Why don't you have? And like, tell the director give. I was like, no, we're not doing that this time around. Yeah, we used to be persons used to run us down for tickets like 5 minutes before the show. Do you have tickets?
If we get to do another, if, like, let's say the 11th, 12th get sold out and we do the following weekend, then we're gonna put the tickets online as well. So that might make it easier. I tried to do it for this go around, but they just said do Van Dorp for now. So.
Well, it's good to see my fellow thespians back in the mix. What are you laughing for?
This is too close.
But it's good to see you guys in our local talent. We have a lot of good local talent here, and it's good to see that, Peter, you keep doing your thing, which I'm really happy for.
Thank you, sir.
Keeping the arts alive when it comes to theater and film. Because we kind of like slacked off a bit here in St. Martin. We've had a lot of people that were doing it, and we kind of slowed down to a bit. But I understand everybody gets old. Anybody new up and coming that you trying to get into?
Yeah, man. There's a lot of young actors coming out.
But not just actors. I mean, behind the camera. That's the important thing.
Yeah, I mean, there are obviously a lot of videographers on the island.
Right.
I don't know in terms of like to do it in the art form like this.
Exactly. Nothing.
I don't
So
really know many.
we got to get some. Train some people to get them going and keep this alive.
The reality is, film, theater, as well as film is a very expensive production to put on. And Peter can speak. I've never been the person putting on the production, but I have had a preview to what it costs sometimes working with the late Ian Valls, working with Louis Alves. It's not a cheap, let's say. It's very expensive. And I think many times if you're not funding it directly out of pocket, sometimes 1 or 2 sponsors can support, but it just does not I think the value and the worth and the work that goes into theater and film, persons behind doing all of it, I don't think they're getting what they deserve.
True.
Reality.
Yeah.
So we are doing it for the enjoyment of the public, for the love of the arts, but it takes a lot. It takes a lot. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for coming through.
Thank you for
I
having
will
us.
see you guys at the premiere. I got my ticket. I know I'm good. I'll see y'all at the premiere for sure.
Earl is making an appearance in one of the...
Earl will be there, by the way. I forgot.
Yeah.
Earl will be there
He's
too?
in one of the
He's actually
films that's gonna be...
Earl is in an episode of the miniseries I was talking about.
Okay, so what's the name of the miniseries?
The Wonderful Counselor. So we're going to be playing a clip of that as well.
Okay, and what's that about?
That's about mental health.
Mental health situation.
Mental health. So it's about a therapist on the island, and he deals with obviously various people with mental issues and stuff. So tackle suicide, all that kind of stuff.
And when is that going to be released?
We just finished filming the 3rd episode. I want to do 6 episodes, so I've got 3 more to film. So I'm just monitoring that.
Keep doing your thing, bro. I like it.
More ginkgo biloba for me.
Anyway, guys, thanks for coming through.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having
And
us, G.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
12:21 here on the station with the attitude as we can.